In the Buddhist Bible, in the Surangama Sutra, it is mentioned that the quickest, the best, and the highest method to liberation or to reach Buddhahood is the method of Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin means contemplating on the inner heavenly sound stream or the vibration. And in the Lotus Sutra, it is also mentioned that a great cultivator or the master of the method would experience some kind of inner heavenly music. The music of the flute, of the conch, of the seashell, of the, how you say, 脑吧怎么讲啊？我忘了。I sometimes forgot. And never mind. All the kinds of musical instruments, many kinds. Those with strings and those without string, the drums and trumpet, etc. Also the sound of thunder, the sound of heaven, the sound of hell, the sound of human beings, and all kinds of other beings. Now in the Christian Bible, it is also stated that when God appears, his voice is like the sound of many waters. In the Buddhist Sutra, it says the same thing. We can hear the sounds of the sea, the ocean. That is the sound of many waters. Also the sound of the running waterfall. That is the sound of many waters. And also the sound of thunder. And God appeared in a great flame, and his voice was like the sound of thunder. Do you remember? Yeah? You remember the Bible say so? Yes. Yeah, okay. Now, if you are not familiar with the Bible, then I will state other scriptures. Yes. In the Quran, in the Muslim Bible, it is say so. When Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, meditated in the cave, after a while, he heard the sound of ringing bells. And then the bells ultimately assumed the shape of the angel Gabriel and told him something. And it is the inner sound, which is mentioned in many scriptures. Also in the Sikh Bible, all the gurus of the Sikh, the 10 Sikh gurus, all mention about the various sounds, the inner sounds. There are different sounds in the 5 levels. So, when Guru Nanak, he say, when one listens to the inner sound of God, one will know everything. And he says something more, but at the moment I can't really remember. But in every hymn in the Sikh scriptures, they also praise this kind of inner vibration. Do I remember well? Is that right? Yeah? Yeah. I'm glad that I have said it somehow understandably to you. And because the Adigram is so great like this, the 6 scriptures are so great, so big like this. So one would have to devote one's whole life to remember everything. But I just remember some of it because I'm born in a Buddhist family and a Christian faith. Therefore, even if I devote some time to the 6 scriptures, I'm afraid that I have some failure of remembering the whole thing. Now, what is it in the 6 scriptures? It's nothing new. It is a collection of various sayings and statements from past masters of different religions, different sects, different periods of time. So actually, if we read the 6 scriptures and we find some Buddhist sayings, there are some Persian proverbs, some Christian thought in it, and all the Hindu past masters sayings inside. Now, in the modern time, we have some kind of other religious movements, such as in Taiwan or in Vietnam, in which they believe in all religions and do not discriminate. And they would study the doctrines of all religions. In Chinese, we call it 无教贵医啦. So actually, this kind of combination, some people do not like. Some Orthodox Christians or Buddhists, for example, they would say these are heretics, are not true. Only Buddhism is good. Only Christianity is good. The others are atheists. But if we take a really deep look into all kinds of religious scriptures and take patience and time to develop our inner understanding through some kind of contemplation and purification, then we will find all scriptures mention the same thing. At the outset, all the scriptures encourage people to lead a pure life. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt love thy neighbor, thou shalt love the enemy, etc. And thou shalt not steal, shalt not commit adultery. At the outset, the Christian commandments, the Muslim commandments, the Sikh commandments, the Hindu commandments, the Buddhist commandments are all the same. We shall be good people, be loving toward each other, and try to purify the inner self. Now, the outer virtues we all know, and most of us can do. Most of us can keep up the commandment from the Holy Scriptures. But how about the inner purification and the inner realization, which is mentioned and emphasized in all kinds of religions? How can we see God face to face? How can we hear God with our own being, without somebody else telling us a second-hand story? How can we experience our own Buddha nature? How can we become Buddha? And that is a more important question than just ethical conduct. Ethical life, of course, it is a great help and a must for anyone who strives to become a Buddha or who strives to become one with God. These terms mean the same thing. To become one with God, to go back to the Tao, to become a Buddha, they mean the same thing. They mean we unite with that great source of all things.